Please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Mr. Tulsian, I wanted your thoughts on this whole jet saga. Not so much Jet Airways, but the kind of rub-off impact that all of this would have on the industry. Do you see further pressure on balance sheets and on profitability for the industry as a whole?
See, Sonia, I don't think that if you, maybe, if you take the near-term view, probably I agree that maybe this near-term weakness will be seen on, or maybe the impact will be seen on the financials. But take the sector outlook. I think if you really take a call on the three airlines which are predominantly controlling the market, I'm not including Air India, the three private players, now that will open the way for the new players to come in. In fact, in Jet, when we saw Etihad coming in, we expected the things to really expand and, the market share and all that, which did not happen. So now, and Naresh Goyal, beyond of capacity, he did not have the capacity to take it further, scale up the operations further, and have been keeping his stake at 51%. But now I think, in fact, I'm quite extremely positive. In fact, these are all the seasonal pain, which Anuj has said that, getting the ticket so cheap. The similar situation prevails when you see in the summer vacations, you pay the same 40,000 rupees for the tickets, which Anuj has paid 10,000 rupees for 4 passengers. So, this is a situation where you have to even out your financials and, your margins and all sorts of things. And if the situation is so bad, why all the three airlines, private airlines, are so gung-ho in inducting the new aircrafts, which runs into maybe 10 to 30,000 crore rupees of the investment, whether bought or on the lease. So situation is very high. Passenger load factor is seen increasing. In fact, I am keeping the positive view on all three airlines at the current valuations. And if you specifically take a call on Jet, now with an EV of closer to about 11,000 crore, market cap of 3,500 crore, loan of 8,000 crore, as against that, the situation is the valuation is seemed to be much higher. Similar is the case with SpiceJet with an EV of closer to 7,000 crore, maybe with Indigo with an EV of about 37,000 crore. Because when the people were all gung-ho on Indigo at 1,400 crore, there is no reason now to go so negative on 900. Say if situation has not changed on the aviation front, I am keeping a positive view, including Jet. But only point is that you need to have a 6 to 8 months view. If you are taking a near-term view, probably you will get disappointed.
Okay, well, as they say, one man's food is another man's poison. Jet Airways may be under pressure for its balance sheet woes, but a lot of people are making merry on the cheap ticket costs and flying, Anuj included, right? Let's also get some more calls in. Let's take a look at how JSPL is performing. I mean, the numbers were good, but the stock has rallied quite a bit. So that stock is now in the green, okay, a tad bit in the red actually, but good numbers. Sandeep, the numbers from the metal space this time have largely been better than what we've seen in the past because of the metal cycle. Do you like any of these names?
Well, I think there are only three players whom you can latch on to, and surprisingly, the sentiments have been the weakest, but the numbers have probably been one of the better ones for the sector. So I guess there is a trade, as I mentioned earlier. You can get a good trade which would last a couple of months in this, and savvy investors should try to capitalize on it. But it's not going to be a long-drawn secular uptrend. It's going to be, as I mentioned, a spike which will give a good trading opportunity.
Okay, spike, which will give a good trading opportunity perhaps. A couple of other stocks which are looking interesting right now. IGL is up a bit in trade. Bharat Forge is also up a bit. Mr. Tulsian, SBI and Union Bank, how to approach these stocks now?
See, Anuj, I'll be cautious on both, and in fact, if you allow me, in fact, I'm cautious on all three banks because that is ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, and SBI. Because if you really see the Bank Nifty having closed yesterday closer to 28,400, in fact, I'm keeping extremely cautious view. Won't be surprised to see this weekly option expiry happening at around 28,000 or maybe much lower than that. Because if you really take a call on all three banks, all three have risen by about 15 to 30% or maybe 18 to 30%. I'm referring in respect to ICICI, Axis Bank and SBI, and these kind of sustainability of the price cannot be really seen. In fact, this has to do more with the technicals, and 5-week series I'm always keeping cautious view because that gives you the unpredictable volatility. So taking this into consideration, and maybe in spite of whatever numbers we see for SBI today, I'll be keeping cautious view. And as I said that I won't be surprised to see all these three stocks, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank and SBI, correcting maybe by about 6 to 8% in this 1 week, because and what's minded that this week of weekly option expiry for Bank Nifty is also truncated one with one holiday on Wednesday. So that will also be, and even in the next week also the things are again having a truncated week of 1 week holiday. a one-day holiday. So taking all this into consideration, cautious view remains on these corporate lending banks like ICICI Access, but keeping positive view on HDFC Bank and Kotak, because maybe in the rotations the balancing of the bank nifty will be done by buying seen in Kotak and HDFC Bank, with profit booking seen in SBI, Axis Bank and ICICI Bank.